Hello, welcome to another episode of Create a Change Within with Mark and Akena. Today, we're going to be talking about the poverty mindset. And I'm going to start by saying we cannot choose how we were born. We had no choice if we were born rich or if we were born poor, middle class, or whatever. But what I can tell you, a lifelong life of poverty is usually created by mindset, by a poverty mindset. And I'm going to attempt to explain to you how a poverty mindset works. For those that dwell in the conscious mind, they live a life of circumstances where you have today and you lack tomorrow. Life continues as a revolving cycle of ups and downs. We generally see a common trait among people that consistently live a life of poverty and lack. They're always complaining of how broke they are or what they don't have. They relentlessly complain how life is unfair and how life consistently put barriers in their way. They live in a world of pure circumstances. They fail to realize that every human being are creators, and they themselves are creators. Before any object was created by man, it was first created in the mind. Nothing created by a human being wasn't first created in the thoughts of that human being. Emotions are also created in the mind. And I'll give you an example. 10 people can hear a joke. Some will think it's very funny. Some will think it was stupid. Some won't get the joke at all and just laugh because others are laughing. And you could have 10 different triggers for the same joke. It's because of how we choose to see things and how we interpret it. Our mind also creates our perception of ourselves and the world around us. Now, your conscious mind, which is your mind of logic and reason, will certainly rationalize your thoughts and lead you to a rational explanation of a mindset of lack and poverty. Understand to yourself that and it will tell you you're just a victim of a terrible fate. Remember that your mind is a creator. And if you do not create something in your deep rooted conviction, it cannot come to pass. To release yourself, I should say, from the bondage of poverty, you must create abundance in your mind with deep faith and deep conviction. No matter what life throws at you, keep that conviction that you are abundance until that belief is deeply planted in your subconscious mind. Remember, your subconscious mind rules your actions and your attitude. The seed of lack will let your action do things to bring you back to lack. Even if blind faith and blind circumstances temporarily relieve you from lack, you will go back to lack. The seed of abundance will show you the doors and path to abundance. Your mindset of abundance will manifest your spirit of hard work, determination, and creativity. Laziness and feeling sorry for yourself is largely created by your deep-rooted belief of yourself. Create the image in your mind of who you are and not who you want to be one day. Make who you are now. Tell yourself that's who you are now until that feeling controls your ever fabric of your being. And subconsciously, you will create those doors of abundance. Tell yourself that's who you are. Tell yourself that is your destination. Tell yourself that's who you're going to be and believe it. Once you believe it and that belief takes root in your mind, you will see it. You just have to believe it, and you got to believe it deep within yourself. Don't tell yourself, oh, well, this is who I am. You're not the same person you were last year, last month, last week, or yesterday. Every knowledge we learn changes us. And we all have the power to recreate ourselves. Also, dependency is rooted from a poverty mindset. If you have the ability to work and make honest living for yourself, but choose to remain dependent, you are destined to fail. If you are dependent on someone else to provide financial needs of food and shelter, you rob yourself of your own power of creation. You make yourself a slave to that person. They decide when you eat, where, and how you live. Dependency robs you of willpower and stagnates your growth. Dependency takes away your control of your destiny. Not everything given to you for doing nothing is good. It can be used as a form of control over your freedom and your willpower. You will do what the giver says, or it's taken away. You must live how the giver says you live, or it's taken away. That's an exercise of dominance and control. We are gods, and we must live as gods by creating our paths and controlling our destiny. And I'll give you an example of what I mean by a poverty mindset so you get a greater understanding of what I'm talking about. A poor man had $500 and went to the casino. He consciously tells himself that he's going to win big and turn that 500 into a few thousands. Subconsciously, this poor man knows that you have a 1 in 50 chance of walking out of that casino a winner. And he will more likely lose his money. This poor man thinks lack subconsciously. And your subconscious mind rules your action. Remember that. His conscious mind told him he will be a winner and lied to him and rationalized the lie. Now think about this. I know I'm probably using an extreme example, but we all know someone, if we really think about it, whether it be the casino, whether it be gambling, whatever it be, they always choose to find a way to lose what they have, and they're always back in a space of lack. It's because subconsciously they think poverty. And I'll try to explain that to you so you even get a broader understanding of what I'm saying. Because lack is what he truly believes in his heart, he will always engage in actions that bring him back to lack. We learn this poverty mindset from our parents, family, friends, and our community. Many of us grow only to hear those around us consistently complain what they don't have. Many of us was trained to think only on lack. We say we want to be rich. We say we want to be successful, but our mindset is struck on what we don't have. Like attracts like, as a man thinketh, so is he. If you think lack in your heart, your actions will always bring you back to lack. Change the way you choose to think. Instead of focusing on lack, focus on what you will have and believe it. Works without faith is dead. Instead of saying, I don't know how I'm going to pay this bill, with deep conviction, believe you will pay the bill and the doors will show itself to you. Tell yourself that you are successful and never say you're poor. If you believe your success, you will always see opportunities for success and you will grab them. If you believe your poverty, you will always see the chains of poverty and always walk back to those chains. You are what you think. I'll give you another example. 2 young girls decided to take a swim from the ocean front to the reef. Halfway between the shore and the reef, one of the girls looked back and realized she was far away from the shore. She became overwhelmed by fear and turned back. The other girl, at the halfway mark, she looked forward and said, I'm almost there. She got motivated and got a second wind and continued to reach the reef. One girl reached the reef and the other girl turned back, based solely on one thing. They were both at the same destination. They both had the same opportunity. But it's how one decided to look at it. One decided to look back. The other one decided to look forward. The way you look at something will always lead to the actions you take subconsciously. As I said before in the introduction, the subconscious mind cannot lie. Thoughts in your subconscious mind controls your actions. Your actions will lead to your results. Change your thoughts and you change your results. If you think lack and poverty, and you truly deep within yourself believe that you will not amount to much, every action you take, regardless if you win it big one day, you will always go back to lack and poverty. Because I said, and I'm going to repeat it again, your thoughts control your actions. As a man thinketh, so is he. The only way we could change that cycle of poverty is to change the way we think. Rather than focusing on the lack, focus on the opportunity. Rather than focusing on what you don't have, focus on what you will obtain. And when you focus on what you will obtain, and that focus gains root inside of you, you will see the opportunities to obtain. But if you focus lack, and every single day you get up only thinking on lack and poverty, those are the only doors you will see. And every action you take will lead you back to it. But again, as I say, if you think abundance and you think success, every action you take will lead you to success. All you have to do is change the way you look at it. Change the way you choose to look at it. And train yourself. It's not easy, but train yourself. Train your thoughts. Control your thinking. When those negative thinking comes creeping in, because they will. This is not an easy journey. When those negative thinking comes creeping in, wash it away. Get it out of your head. Said, I'm thinking positive. I am going to be somebody. I'm going to achieve something. And focus on that achievement. Focus on what you will be. Focus on what you will obtain. And let that mindset take root in you. You don't have to care how. How is significant. How you will obtain it means nothing. As long as you believe you will see how. How will come to you. But it starts by you believing you will. And you will.
What you think today and tomorrow, next month and next year will mold your life and determine your future. You are guided by your mind. The moment you decide on a goal to work towards, you are immediately a successful person. And in this video I watched, it said the problem is that our mind comes as standard equipment at birth. It's free. And the things that are given to us for nothing, we place little value on. But the things that we pay money for, we value. And it's actually quite the opposite, because everything that is really, and I mean really, worthwhile in life comes to us for free. Our mind, our soul, our bodies, our hopes, our dreams, our ambitions, our love of family, our children, all come to us for free. They are priceless. Sometimes you have to look in the mirror and reflect on your life and ask yourself, what am I putting value on? Don't pursue things or money. You need to pursue purpose. Start focusing on self-improvement and self-expansion rather than chasing money. And just remember, success in life is a result of decisions, just as failure in life is a result of decisions. And even Proverbs 4 verse 23 tells us, be careful how you think. Your life is shaped by your thoughts.
A man with a mindset of abundance and success, you could put that man in a forest and he will find a way to make opportunities out of the forest he's in. A man that only thinks of lack and poverty, you could give him $100 million and a mansion, and over time he will find a way to lose it because of his mindset. Because he only think of lack and poverty, he will do things that bring him back to lack and poverty. The man that thinks only of success will always find a way to achieve success, even in the most dire circumstances. It is how you think of your situation, how you choose to think will define the outcome. Because as I said, I'm going to say it again, that is what controls your actions.
Thank you so much for checking out another episode of Create the Change Within with Mark and Akena. We will see you next time, and just so you know, we will be posting a video on the second and fourth Thursday of each month. Okay, see ya!